Hey, welcome back to Rob's Garage Woodworking. Beside me, I have a pool robot, and it's a robotic vacuum. What is that? It's the best thing ever. It's the best thing. These things are awesome. I can't say enough good things about it. So this one is an older model. It came with our house. It's a Vortex 3 by Zodiac. It's very simple. It's like a Roomba for your pool. You throw it in, you turn it on, it vacuums, you go away, right? You don't have to do anything to it. You empty it at the end of the day and you're good. Okay, so when you pull the robot out, you kind of have to use this line, and the line can get kind of tangled. And then you lift it up. Be really careful with the wheels, because the wheels can break easily on these. And then you have the robot, and you open it up. There's a release tab. You open it up, pull the filter out, and here's the filter. Looks like this. And you can press the release tab on that, and inside the filter you'll see you get sand and dirt and worms and things. So we're going to rinse that out. Alright, I just rinsed this away from the edge of the pool. And I just kind of try to get all the dirt off of this part of it. And then over here. Alright, so it's nice and clean. Hook this back together. There's a couple of tabs here. It goes in these tabs here, like that. And then you just lock it in place. Then if this is really dirty, you can rinse that out as well. And then this just slides down. There's grooves on the sides here, and that just slides down in the slot. And then you close it, and then you're ready to go again. So if you look here, there's where everything gets sucked up. It comes through here through the vacuum, and here's your exhaust from that. Goes out the back here. So all the water gets sucked through here and get shot out the back through this exhaust port. And basically it's like a little jet, and this little jet helps to propel it around the pool, and this will also clean the sides of your pool, as crazy as that may sound. And then in the front you have the little rubber brushes that go around and scoop everything up off the pool and also clean the sides of your pool. And you can see these are kind of independent. So really, really neat system. I love this thing. Absolutely love it. So we're going to throw this in, and you'll see how it works. And just put it in the water, and it'll eventually fill with water and sink down to the bottom. I give it a fair bit of coil here. So over here you have your control module, has power, and this one's a really simple one. Like I said, it's an old model. So this one here just does the bottom of the pool, and this one does the bottom and the sides. So I'm going to press that, light's going to come on, and it's going to start up. You see how it scrubs the sides there? Comes right out of the water. It's the coolest thing. That sinks back down. Then it'll move around. It's vacuuming as it goes. So overall, would I recommend a pool robot? Oh yeah, I can't say enough good things about it. Most people really complain about how long it takes them to care for their pool. For me, we throw in like some shock at night. We'll throw in a stabilizer puck in the basket. Sometimes we'll use clarifier pucks, and then the robot, right? You just throw it in. So I clean my skimmer basket once or twice a day. I backwash it every couple of days, once a week, depending on how dirty everything is at the time. Like when you open your pool, you backwash every day, maybe twice a day when it's brand new. I have some fluff that comes off some of the trees around here, so when that happens, I have to backwash more frequently. But overall, the pool really doesn't take any real maintenance because of the pool vacuum. All right, so basically, to keep my pool in good condition, I just use like the Super Shock. I get it in the big bucket. We've got an in-ground pool. I think we usually use like half a scoop of this a day. You put it in at night, half a scoop to a scoop, depending on how low your chlorine is. And yeah, you just take that, you mix it in a bucket of water and spread it around the pool so it mixes nicely. You stir it up well too, right? You want to mix the granules with the water as best you can, and then spread it all the way around the pool. The other thing, stabilizer tabs. These are just stabilizer pucks. You put them in the skimmer filter and you leave them until they're gone. And once they're gone, you throw in another puck. Oh, we also have some chlorine pucks that float around in our duct too. Those aren't stabilizer pucks, those are chlorine pucks to help keep the chlorine level high. So that just floats around all day. Adds a little more chlorine. Okay, so in the duct we use stabilized chlorinating tablets, and they're bigger pucks and they fit in the duct. All right, so here's our duct. You just take the duct off, and inside there's a whole bunch of chlorinating pucks inside, right? And then there's like a valve here, and you can adjust how much you want, how much chlorine you want going in by adjusting this. The other thing to clear your pool, this is they call it the clear cube, and it's blue and it looks like jelly, like really thick jello when it's in your skimmer basket. And you can put this in your skimmer basket, and this if your pool is cloudy or anything like that, there's a lot of matter in the water that's mixed up but hasn't settled out. This helps to settle everything out, and this is really, really amazing. It's kind of like a flocculant, but it's slightly different. Rapidly clears cloudy water, removes microparticles that normal filtration systems cannot. Boost chemical efficiency and performance, slow dissolving time release formula. Okay, that's really simple. So anyway, you just pop it out and throw it in. Aqua clear cube, really amazing. And then the other thing with the pool is I just use my pool robot. I throw my pool robot in, I let it swim around, I send it swimming and cleaning every day. And that's really the secret to our clear pool. Just these three chemicals that we have to use, and every once in a while you'll need to use some other chemicals. You can go to a pool store and get your water tested, and they will give you advice based on the size of your pool and how many liters or gallons of water that are in it, and they'll give you the chemicals that you need to make sure that your pool is in tip-top shape. And then you have the tester strips, and basically they're not super accurate, but they give you a good general idea, so that'll help you when you need your pH up or pH down. But like I said, take a water sample into a pool store once a week or more frequently if you can. The pool testing is free, and they're basically offering the service so that they can sell more chemicals, which is great. Now, our experience, our pool store always tells us to use more than what we need, and it doesn't really work out. So what we do is basically we use half of what they say, and our pool is perfect. So if it's not working out for you, if you go to the pool store and they say do this, and then you have another problem, and they say do this and you have another problem, just you have to modify it slightly depending. But anyway, we had to custom tailor it a little bit, so we use basically half of what they say, and it works perfectly for us. So you might have to mess around with the quantities a little bit. So if it doesn't work out for you, just try to, reduce it or do a little more. You'll figure it out, and you'll be really happy with the results. So the other thing we got to do is clean our skimmer. So I've actually just cleaned it out. So you get your skimmer basket, and then you get some stuff in it. I've already cleaned it out. Here's the pool clarifier. It looks like Jello, so I have to take this out, and then I just knock the basket on the other side of the fence to clean it out. And then I put the clarifier back in, and then drop it back in here. So you do that a couple of times a day. Really simple. And here we have our pool filter and pump. So we originally had a a cartridge filter here. I didn't really like the cartridge filter that much, so we brought in an old school sand filter, and I find that works really well. And then we had a different pool pump. We had an old school pool pump which was really noisy. So we have this new Hayward Programmable pump. So right now we're on speed 3, and this is how loud it is in speed 3. Right? So can you hear that? I'm sure you can. But the other pump was so loud we could hear it outside. We could hear it everywhere in the backyard. We actually didn't like to have it running when we were sleeping because it was so noisy. So anyway, we got rid of that as soon as we could. So this year we bought this one, and like I said, this is speed 3, so this is pretty noisy, and speed 1 is much quieter. But even when the higher noise, it's much quieter than the other pump was. So anyway, this is a Hayward VS 700. All right. Now we're going to backwash. So what you have to do to backwash is you turn off your pump, put it to backwash, run your line out. So I'm going to do that now. Turn it off. We're going to spin the valve to backwash, all the way to backwash. Then we're going to roll this out. So up at the top, we spin it from filter to backwash. Go back to our pump. Press resume. As soon as we press resume, it'll go into like a priming mode for 10 minutes, 8 minutes. So that's like a higher mode. See, I'm just much louder. And we come over here, and I just run this off the edge of my pool deck. And it's kind of milky right now. And as soon as that clears up, then we will turn it off. Well, that looks pretty good. I think that's as clear as it's going to get. Perfect. So that's it. Anyway, thanks for watching.